ignore the slope of the staircase,
Uh-huh.
because in this instance it doesn't matter, or
Okay.
it's actually reverse. But uh,
I'm
they,
excited
they
to
did it for this scene, so the physics make sense. But in my analogy, it's the staircase is going up, not down.
Okay.
So, um, imagine that the level that they are starting off on is kind of pre and not pre-industrial completely, but like late 1800s coming into turn of the century.
Okay,
Like
so
economic, like the majority of the people in what economic class they are. Like everyone is, except for a few people, mass majority is on a singular level. They are pretty much not as stratified. They are more even, if that makes sense.
yeah, there it's well, I mean, okay. Okay.
They are all started. Okay, in terms of the forces that they are about to approach, they are
Sure.
all on the same level.
Gotcha.
Like the forces are going to be happening to them at the same time,
Mhm.
effectively.
Okay.
So we have that. Now
Okay.
imagine that second stair bit,
Like
the middle column.
okay.
Imagine that being a stand-in for middle class, but not only class, but the jobs that the middle class depends on.
Sure. Yeah,
It
the
is the
the types of work.
mechanisms,
Yeah.
yeah, it is the types of work that support the middle class. It is the ability to maintain your class, to maintain your lifestyle, and maintain your class structure.
Mhm.
Now, that little over bit that has the gap
Yeah.
between
So like
where
right
they are
here.
now and the middle class,
Yeah.
those are a thing in economics called transition jobs. They are basically jobs that you can be in and positions that you can be in defined corporate structures that have a clear pathway forward and are usually given pretty freely if you stick with them. Another term for this is sort of climbing the corporate ladder.
Yeah, okay.
It is those kinds of intermediary jobs that you can use to climb the ladder.
Gotcha. Okay. So
So
like
that,
middle management kind of ish.
not even middle management. Middle management is that center column. It is the
Okay.
jobs and positions that you hold from bare bones laborer to middle management, like that small of an increment.
Okay.
But there's many of them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
a variety of intermediary types of jobs.
And positions that allow you to both learn and grow in terms of your career
Mhm.
trajectory, and you can use to be upgraded and advanced through the corporate structure.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this isn't just for one specific corporation. This is like overall economy. That is a category of job.
Yeah, a general category of job. Gotcha.
Okay, now apply that same logic though. So we have that second column, and then we have the third column down at the bottom.
Yeah, this guy right here, right?
No, 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 no,
Or
no,
right
no,
here.
no, 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 no. We're looking at the columns, the ones that they're about to be running on.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we were talking about this, right?
I can't see your mouse.
Um, we were talking about the like, fuck. Yeah,
Yes, okay. I'm
yeah,
looking at your stream. Yeah, that
yeah,
middle column is the middle class jobs.
yeah. So
So
then
we
the
have, yeah,
jump right here, right after it.
yeah. So then that third column is the upper classes.
Okay.
And in economics, there are at certain times in history an abundance, or there's either a lot, or there's a few, or there's not many at all, or there's
Mm-hmm.
a normal amount, but there's a fluctuating number of those kinds of transitionary jobs, both
Mm-hmm.
from underclass to middle class to upper class.
Okay.
And that is what people use traditionally to get to those classes. So
Okay.
that same idea of transition job from
Yeah.
lower to middle. Now apply that to middle to upper,
Yeah.
and you have that second arch.
Okay.
You following so far?
Yeah, I think so.
Chat, are you following so far? I feel like I might have lost some people.
I don't know. Chat is very quiet.
They're like, what is he going on about?
Dev, so we're talking about transitionary jobs. So by definition, not long-term jobs. Yeah, non-long-term. Yeah, they're okay. Dev's following at least. I don't know about the rest of chat.
Coolio.
But
it will make sense in a bit, but we needed to establish this overall picture.
okay. There isn't a smooth transition between, say, regular career role to manager.
That is true, but there is a corporate structure that allows that to happen more easily at certain times in history than others.
Okay. As we sometimes say, what you got here, you won't get you there. Okay. Yeah. What got you here won't get you there. Yeah. So they're different.
Well, no, I'm not saying they're the same skill sets at all. I'm saying the path there is at their more defined or less defined, depending on whatever era of history you're looking at.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to Discord so I can see it.
Okay.
Okay, play. So they're coming up on it. Now imagine this sort of walking scene. That is pause it. That walking scene is mid-century, post-war, 1950s to around I want to say the year was 1982 or 76.
Okay. I would probably assume 76, but that's, I don't know. Anyway.
It has to do with the levels of these kinds of jobs being posted and all that.
Yeah.
So we have that. That is what we just experienced. Our little group of travelers here, the Fellowship, they are us in that time period. And as you can see, running from lower to middle, relatively easy. Rather stable. They just went for it and it happened.
Yeah.
Okay, play.
I like the symbolic hesitation too.
Ignore the Balrog, ignore the goblins in this case. I am more focused on the actual infrastructure metaphor.
Okay, Dev.
Pause it.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Why did these dwarves do this? I don't know. Do you want me to go back?
That little bit where the brick was falling.
The section of the stairs that was crumbling off.
Yeah. So like right there.
Pause it. Okay. So as you can see, Legolas jumped first, Gandalf jumped.
Mm-hmm.
The highest skilled of the group, they jumped first.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are on the upper classes because they use their talents, they use their abilities, and what's his name? The brother, the one who dies later.
Boromir, yeah.
Boromir grabs two of the hobbits. He jumps, and they make it across. He took them with his skill, and sort of employees that were associated with him, he was able to help them advance as well as him, using his own skills
super
as well.
Interesting.
But it was still because that middle class structure was still there, close enough to those jobs where you could still use your ability to advance in society. You see what I'm saying so far?
So that gap that you're describing here, where the jump itself it represents the social mobility, the ability to get to that safe point. That
not even the jump. Well, yes, it is a jump, but it is smaller because there are more stable middle class and transitionary jobs closer to that point that he's trying to jump to.
I see. Okay.
So we're saying that, and he was able to take them because he was associated. In this analogy, that we're trying to represent here, he is associated with them. He was able to bring them along with him using his own skill, and he's able to help them advance as well. But as he did that, and we don't know why. In this example, I guess the goblins and the Balrog are representations of automation.
Okay.
Right, the impending, the inevitable, if they stay there too long, that shit's gonna fuck them up.
Exactly. That caused that little bit of brick that we were about to see fall, thus making that distance between the middle class and the upper class further apart.
Okay, so automation, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so keep playing. So we have this, they are attacked on all sides, add bigger and bigger forces that are against them, social pressures, economic pressures, all that. Aragorn takes a big leap, really tries. Aragorn says,
yeah, sorry, I'm pausing this real quick. Yes, Freak Percentile, it's Devilution is the third person on.
Yeah, sorry, I just jumped in.
Yeah, he jumped in. That's why I shouted him out again.
Sorry, I didn't say
specifically.
So yeah. There's not really an analogy for that. It's just more skilled people jumping, able to make the transition better. All of a sudden, okay, pause it. All of a sudden, a whole lot more of those transitionary jobs go away, causing our guys Aragorn and Frodo to retreat. They have to backtrack because those transitionary positions that they were in are now gone.
Okay.
So to remain stable, they have to retreat in terms of their career growth in order to remain stable, but also making it harder for them to get across to the upper class.
Right, the risk involved in taking that measure of safety, taking account what you have, and then deciding to leap that higher distance or that longer distance that's what you're talking about here.
Yes. Okay, keep playing, because it gets better.
Okay.
We're about to soon get out of analogy and get into personal advice.
Okay. All right.
Or what I see is happening in the future.
Have a good night, Mr. Frank. Good luck.
Good night, Frank.
Good luck with getting your vaccine.
Okay, so they're watching it. Now here is where I begin to predict instead of just stating what has happened.
Okay.
Things are crumbling. Okay, pause it.
Okay.
We have now basically destroyed. Just then we saw a big thing from the ceiling fall, destroy that that first arch. Now there is a serious disconnect even between lower classes and middle classes. So now it's even harder to get to the point that they're at. So now there is a distinct connection. There is a distinct disconnection that has happened.
So in this metaphor, this middle part is basically just
it is deteriorating and shrinking.
Yeah, and inevitably will disappear, I assume. Okay, yeah, it's a doomed class, as it were.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So keep playing. It's just, okay, again, automation, all these forces causing it to crumble. It is getting more and more precarious. So, okay, pause it. Here's the point that I say what people should be doing now, because this is where we find ourselves now. Right now, middle-class jobs still exist. They are very precarious. They are very hard to get to. They're very hard to leave from. But if you have found yourself in them, you still have an ability to move. You just have to be very active in how you do this. This is where you find yourselves now. Okay, play. So what you have to do as people is do what Aragorn and Frodo are doing now. Leaning, shifting, positioning, doing everything they can to aim forward. And then they jump, and they have made it now to the upper class.
First of all, I just want to commend you, BigBen, on the most elaborate yet poignant metaphor I have ever seen for such a specific question. Like,
Yeah.
bravo, dude.
Well, I wasn't even done yet. So here's the interesting point, though. So we don't see it now because the scene ended. But
Yeah.
um,
I will link this in my notes doc.
Like, literally,
nice.
any way to link Lord of the Rings to leftism is primo shit. That's
I
awesome.
love it. Oh, he and you, Tolkien would love this.
And if y'all want, sorry, I'm gonna send it to. No, fuck. Sorry, if y'all want to look at this doc, that's the doc that is on screen currently. Anyway, sorry, Ben, continue.
So, as we can see, that is where we found ourselves now. And what we need to be doing now as a society for those that are currently in middle class and still have some sort of agency, they have the ability to literally move their hips, shift their weight, position themselves to fall forward.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be very aware of this and need to be very active in doing so if they want to make any kind of advancement. Because those middle class jobs, because of the impending automation, because of the other impending destructive forces, are going to cause those to disappear and fall away into the burning lava below, where you cannot survive.
Okay. So I have a
that's
question real quick. So
Wait,
when
can
you
I finish?
sorry.
I wasn't quite done. Now you have to realize, though, the fellowship there, that was us. You have to realize there are still plenty of people coming up behind us that are still going to be on that lower class platform. And now, because those middle class jobs are gone away, there is no transition method. And that is what I meant by stagnation. That is what I meant by class calcification, class stagnation.
Mm-hmm.
There is now no method within a capitalist structure for them to advance because of automation and because of redundancy. It has caused those things to go away.
Yeah, a whole lot of forgotten hobbits, as Provinto says.
Thank you for finishing the point. I actually needed that because I was about to ask, like, if it's just the situation of Aragorn and Frodo, right?
But that's not everyone. We still have people. We still have children. We have children that are going to be born that are not even like forming yet. Like generations of people are going to come after us, and if we keep with this structure that we have now, we are going to be birthing them into either the upper classes that we have worked hard to position ourselves into and keep them there, or they will be born into the positions of the lower classes, and there will be no real method of transition, just as there was during imperialism, during monarchy reign.
Right.
Exactly. And it will be cast by capital.
Yeah, as Freak Percentile...
Because capital gains training and all that junk.
Yeah, as Freak Percentile says, we'll move towards fascism as the capitalists try to keep this system propped up. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did so, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. I've got my Twitch and Twitter handles up above, and they will also be posted as links in the description of this video, along with some of the other stuff that I do, including ways to support me and my SoundCloud page where I've put some music up there. If you want to participate in these videos, Twitch is where we do that. We record these live and then I cut them together into a more cohesive ASMR video. So consider following us there. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.